Was it backwards before?
Oh, no.
He clapped his hat backwards. I don't even know how that worked.
I'm a cool kid.
Yeah, you're slowly transitioning into one of the Burger King Kids Club kids as you wanted.
Did anyone wear their hat backwards in the 90s?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Like regularly more than forwards?
Yeah.
I didn't really wear a hat at all, so I don't know.
I would because sometimes I wanted it for the sun protection, then sometimes it was in my way. I still do that sometimes. I'm like, I don't want this in front of me right now.
Okay.
Now,
curious.
what I've noticed is because when I was a kid, bending the brim was the big, you had to bend the brim.
I
and
still
now,
do that.
Yeah.
now everybody wants
Flat
them
brim.
flat, but I feel like I'm still a bent brim
Same.
person, but
I
I
know.
don't think.
I feel like a
can
little
bend this
rascal
one.
if I have it just flat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks a
Your
little
Smalls.
silly.
Your Smalls from Sandlot.
Yeah.
You also do have a giant hat with a giant brim. What was up with that hat?
What?
Smalls in the
Oh, and
Sandlot.
the giant hat?
He had
Killing
the
me,
fish,
Smalls.
but he had a fish hat. And that, for some reason, the brim on that hat was 3 times the length I've ever seen of a hat
I was
before.
just thinking about this yesterday.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
I think it was supposed to be because he was the biggest nerd in of all the nerds, right?
Well,
So he
I
gets a
know
big
that it
hat?
was it was a way to indicate visually how much he sucked from the outset
Yeah.
and how he clearly didn't understand baseball. But was that a thing that in that time period, some hats were just giant brimmed?
Or is that a costume designer's decision to be like, how can we visually indicate?
We need
That's
his
what I wanna
brim
know.
25% larger.
I genuinely have some maybe implanted memory of like didn't we see like Babe Ruth and some like the very early baseball guys with like ridiculously long hats? Wasn't
You're
that a
thinking of
thing?
Bugs Bunny.
Oh, it was Bugs Bunny. Yeah,
Bugs
I
Bunny
always-
when he wears the baseball outfit that's too large for him.
yeah, and he's got the long hat.
Zach, you in a previous episode talked about how we don't really have portly men playing baseball anymore, but I feel like I saw some at the World Series.
Yeah.
Were they in the audience?
Yeah, they're hot dog in each hand.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, hold on.
Baseball
Were they on
is
the
one of those
field?
sports where you can get away with having chunky dudes in it.
I like when they were all shapes and
Yeah.
sizes, and you had the fun
Body
guy.
positive.
You got the fun guy. You got the guy that's screaming stuff. Hey, bada 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 bada.
Well,
We
I
don't
think
have
when
that.
you have people that are pitchers and batters and they're meant to do everything, it's like you gotta be in physical shape if there's any running involved.
Yeah, I guess kind of. Or that was the thing about baseball is you just hit it so you don't have to rush. Hit it far enough, you can walk.
That's how Babe Ruth did it.
That's how Babe Ruth did it.
Seriously, that's how Babe Ruth died. That's how Babe Ruth died.
Well, he
hit it. Took too long.
Hit a line drive to third, and he thought, "Oh God, I gotta
Walk all
it."
the way there. Yeah.
I gotta say, sorry about your Blue Jays, Elyse. That's sad.
It's a bummer. I do like the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers have some once in a century players. But, it would have been great if the Jays had won.
But I watched some reactions from Blue Jays fans after the Blue Jays lost, and they were just so polite.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw a post commending people in Toronto for they didn't riot, didn't destroy things,
Yeah, because they're
And then-
Canadian.
And well,
They're
somebody
awesome.
replied to it and was like, "We are a culture of losers. Like we've become accustomed to losing."
No, they're
They
a culture of
apologize
nice
for not
people.
winning the World
Sorry,
Series.
Sorry, we didn't play
win.
better.
Sorry.
We'll do it better tomorrow.
It's funny that is the dichotomy or the difference between being an American and being Canadian is if the Dodgers lost, it would have been like board the windows. It would have turned into like some sort of Frankenstein-esque like, oh no, they're going to riot and freak out.
That did happen in Vancouver, right? Or Calgary or somewhere before.
I don't know. Did it? You mean for this
Were-
World Series?
No. In previous, I forget what it was, but they definitely rioted and just burnt shit.
I want to say something, and listen, I sleep with a Canadian, so that's my preface to this.
You do?
The Canadian politeness, very, very universal. But if you're ever there and someone isn't, it's more jarring. You expect Americans to be rude because many of them are.
Yeah.
So when they are, you just go, well, there's an American. But if you've ever interacted with a rude Canadian, it's like 3 times worse.
Does it really hurt your feelings?
It hurts really bad. And so there's a give and take to both sides.
I'd rather the Canadian version, though. I'd rather like one rude person for every 1,000 versus the US or just New York, where you're just, it's funny. We went to New York and I was like, oh, that's right. I'm in Newark Airport or JFK where everyone is angry
Yeah.
across the board.
Mhm.
I'd much rather the Canadian experience where you get one person who's like, I said shoes on the conveyor belt. Like, I'd be like, oh, sweet. But everyone else was awesome. Everyone in New York is angry all the time. And I always think of Ghostbusters too, where it's our goddamn right as New Yorkers to be angry. It's true.
It is true.
So I'd much rather one angry Canadian.
Well,
and we just know like, oh, he's an asshole.
How it cuts way deeper.
I'm ready for that.
Cuts way deeper.
Watch, I go visit. I was like, everyone was so sweet except that one guy, and I have to go to therapy over it.
I'm Elyse Willems, one angry Canadian, and I'm joined by 3
Angry
arguably
Americans.
angry. No, I
I
don't think you're angry.
would say I'm a jolly Buffalonian.
I don't think I'm angry.
No.
I think James Willems, am more cynical
Mm-hmm.
than anything
Yeah.
else. I don't think I'm angry.
I'm
I
like,
think I'm pretty lighthearted.
I get like Joe Pesci angry, but it's usually in my own little bubble where I'll be like, and I'm like, all right, I'm okay.
It can be funny.
I guess it is humorous, like a little frustrated marsupial of some sort.
And I like when you guys get angry on the podcast. That's always funny.
Oh, is it? I'm glad.
I make
out a
I
topic.
make a question that makes you mad.
Yeah,
you find that funny? Us laughing, I'm gonna get mad at each other. Ha like 2 little clowns, 3
Is that
little clowns.
Your Joe Pesci impression?
That's really
That's your-
bad.
that's your
Okay,
Joe
it's really
Pesci?
bad. You don't like my Joe Pesci impression? Give me, I'm Joe Pesci.
It would have passed for the good feathers.
Yeah, sure. I'm Joe Pesci. That means fish in Italian. I'm a Joe Pesci.
Joe Fish.
Joe Fish. I'm Joe Fish. I'm Joe Pesci.
Hey, do you have my card? No, Joe Fish.
Welcome to Answer For It. I'm Elyse Willems.
We already did the intros, didn't we?
Yeah, I felt like we needed a soft reboot.
Yeah, we ask questions on this podcast and we try to answer them in a funny way. And
Aw.
if we don't,
That's your luck.
That's your
if
problem.
you're not laughing, that might be you, because
Yeah.
we're giving you gold here.
And just like gold, you have to dig for it sometime. So that's on you, the audience, to dig for our gold.
I'm joined by Zach Anner.
Who?
Hello.
You know exactly who he is. AJ
Yeah.
LoCascio
Hi. Who?
and James Willems.
Hello. I pan for gold more than dig.
I dig.
I like being next to the water.
God, you ever do that as a kid where they have like a sandbox and they're like, pan for gold? That was the most exciting thing. And it was
We-
just pebbles painted gold.
Busch Gardens
Yeah.
in Florida, we went to one time while we were on a Let's Play Live tour with Rooster Teeth. Took a bus from Baltimore or New Jersey to Baltimore to Tampa to Orlando. And we stopped over in Busch Gardens, an amusement park I've only been to once. But one of the attractions that they had was there's running water and you could buy a bag of dirt from behind the counter and then you could pan for whatever's
Okay.
in there.
All right.
You had
Could you keep it?
there's
You could
sometimes there'd be
pan
like
for it.
little gems in it. Like I
Oh.
think they'd put like 2 or 3. It's like a blind box. And then and so it'd have a couple gems in there, but you'd be like, ooh, what am I gonna get? But the concept of being like, I'll take that one. And they go, here's your bag of dirt. And you go, ooh.
It's like a blind. By my day, we didn't get Labubu's. We
Yeah.
had bags of mud.
Yeah.
Well, I remember distinctly as a child my dad bringing me to the beach and saying that this beach was known for having pirate treasure wash up on the beach. And now I'm just realizing that probably wasn't true.
No,
That
I don't
was
think
probably
so.
the myth that he created
Mhm.
to have me be excited about going to some shitty beach.
Yeah.
He
You-
played you.
You just got dicked around on the sand for a while.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much of this podcast is us remembering weird crap our dad said. Now just me and Zach. We'll get to the rest of you.
Uh-huh.
And then going, hold on, that was a lie. Or he believed something that is very easily disprovable.
Or he bought me land on Mars.
He bought me land on Mars. What am I going to do with this land? Do you have any land on Mars?
No, but I'm pretty sure that if I talked to your dad once, he would gift it to me.
You
Maybe.
know,
The price is right.
he is very cheap. So I don't know. That was it took 10 years for him to build up to that gift.
How much was that
Oh, it was
land?
probably like $30. I really hope he didn't spend more than $30.
First question, Elyse.
Hey.
In 2002, Mattel launched a new version of Barbie's friend Midge. Midge had been a doll that they
Midge?
had Midge. Yeah.
Midge, nice to meet
They
you.
have done
That's your Joe
different
Pesci voice
iterations of
What do you
Midge over the decades.
Mm-hmm.
But they launched this new version of Midge. The doll quickly garnered controversy and was pulled from store shelves due to customer complaints. What was so, quote unquote, appalling about Midge?
She kept talking like this.
You pull your string.
Yeah, you pull my string. Go ahead. Yeah, you think I'm funny?
Midge Pesci.
What year was this?
Midge Pesci.
This was 2002.
2002. Huh.
I will tell you, I was surprised that it took this long for Mattel to release a Barbie that had this trait about them.
Trait. Okay. Okay, so you saying, I can't believe it took them this long to release this kind of
Doll. Yeah.
doll.
I have
Did she
an
contain
idea.
the
I think
Epstein
I have an
files?
idea. I might only know this because I saw the Barbie movie, though.
Okay.
But was she pregnant? It was a pregnant Barbie.
Was she pregnant? Was she pregunto? It was, remember that, that video where it's like all the people asking like, am I pregnant?
Ask,
But it's the
Ask
misspellings.
Jeeves
Have you
or
ever seen this?
Yahoo
It would
Answers?
kill you.
I don't think I have, but that's very
singing
funny.
version of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
pregnant?
Am I pregnant?
How to know when pregnant? I think it was a pregnant
You
doll.
think Midge was knocked up?
Yeah, but they actually had to make a tiny little doll to go inside her too, so you could do the whole thing.
Yeah, the
C-section.
C-section. Yeah.
The whole thing. Yeah.
Who was the father?
I don't know the names of any Barbie characters other
Midge.
than Ken,
Okay.
Barbie, and now I know Midge.
Midge.
Midge used a donor.
Oh yeah, the father was a turkey baster.
Maybe did it come with that as an accessory?
The
Maybe
father
that's
was
why.
Ryan Haley.
Oh God. That's a reference to our former coworker and friend Ryan Haley, who he did donate a lot of sperm.
Is this something he wants the world to know?
Yes.
Yeah, he's talked about it publicly.
Okay.
That's why I feel comfortable discussing it.
He's the Genghis
several-
Khan.
Comfortable
of
the
our
right
time.
word?
No.
That's why I feel so at ease discussing this.
That's why it brings me peace.
Did he just need money, or was it some sort of like Elon
need
Musk esque?
money.
I need
don't
to.
I don't
Quite
think it's
know.
that. I wouldn't deign to fancy what was in
Zach
his
knows
mind.
Ryan too.
Yeah, I don't think Ryan is concerned with things like money.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just someone
He
who's
was
like.
gainfully employed at the time.
He seems like a fun dude, so I think there'll be more fun people out there.
Hmm.
Little fun babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall, fun babies.
I just wonder what the profile says, because you know how it's like, oh, he was a doctor. Like, what does it say about
all you need,
nomadic?
apparently all you needed was a degree, like a college degree, and height over a certain amount.
Well,
You had to be
I'm
like
out.
5'10" and something. And so he met those.
Oh,
And that was it.
man.
Sorry, Zach.
Yeah, well,
Sorry. Too bad.
guess I need a new fallback plan.
I'm trying to think genuinely pregnant is a really good answer.
I think it's the right answer.
But also then you come up with the issue, like, legitimately, does she give birth? Like, is there an actual action that it's like, okay,
Yeah.
she is pregnant,
You
therefore.
pull her arm down.
Yeah, and a baby shoots out like a Pez dispenser,
Yeah.
but out the bottom.
Have we gotten like a Wiccan Barbie yet?
A witch bar?
A
Yeah, there's
Wiccan.
Sabrina. Sabrina the
Wow.
Teenage Wiccan.
But but does she come with like a
Gun?
no,
Like a real world
spirit
religion
board
Wiccan
and-
Barbie? No, probably
Oh.
not.
I mean,
Would it be okay? So Midge, I'm also going to say Midge is sorry to all our Midges out there. That's a pretty weird name to have
it's an
chosen.
older name. She was first introduced in the 60s.
Is it old Barbie?
She's old.
Yeah, like,
No, this
"Oh."
character's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
The character's been around since Midge was a name that you might hear someone have.
Osteoporosis Barbie.
She's all twisted.
Yeah, don't try to bend her arms. They will snap.
So, James, you're snuffling. You're snuffling right
Oh.
at the gate because Midge was the first pregnant doll in the Barbie line as part of the Happy Family collection. She featured a detachable belly that contained a baby. And then she came with the set that included her husband, Alan, and their son, Ryan. Like Ryan Haley.
Alan and Ryan, named after the real father.
And customers were upset at the idea
Why?
of this pregnant doll because
Why?
they felt like it was teaching children about sexual education too early.
I mean,
Oh
but
my
where do
God.
they think they?
Where do they think the baby comes
Yeah,
from?
I was going to say, hey, shocker. Turns out every child learned about pregnancy pretty early on in their life
Yeah.
when they got spat out vaginas.
How convenient, that most of us forget. I remember the whole thing. It was dark in there. It was July 11th. Yeah, that's pretty weird. I don't know. As a doll, I feel like baby dolls are so ingrained into our culture that we take care of them. And like, I feel like that question comes up a lot of where do babies come from? And most mothers say, oh, from my tummy. And that's the end of the discussion. So
Mhm.
for this doll to just be like, it's in the tummy, like, I feel like that's a perfectly safe place to be. It's not like you had to be like, now push and you have to.
We have to remember how outrage worked until maybe 10 years ago.
Wait,
And it was one person just had to go to the local news.
Write a
Yeah.
letter.
And that was it. That's all it took. So
We've received 10 letters. We're taking it off the shelves.
yes, that's how outrage worked for the longest amount of time. It just was the person who had the most energy to be upset about something, and it was not a numbers game at all. So I would wager if we could actually see, most people probably didn't care about this Barbie at all, but they're also not going to put up a fight to keep that Barbie in the stores.
It's funny how different. It's like there's that thing in SpongeBob where there's that one character screaming "hoopla." It's just doesn't this ring any bells? Okay, one person screaming, that's enough to go to the news. Now, when we have arguments, it's every shot in a epic war movie where the armies just crash into each other. That's every situation now where it's just utter chaos.
Well, for better or worse, people have a voice now. Problem is, a lot of times it's through an anonymity and what have you, but
Which is why now I feel like it's the vocal minority that can scream the loudest because they have the platform. But
I think it's maybe always been. Maybe it's always been the vocal minority screaming.
I
the
don't
loudest.
like it when this podcast gets
We're getting to the bottom. This is the
philosophical.
real question.
Sorry, let's get back to pregnant dolls.
I hope that the next question is the dumbest one you've ever had.
What?
Vodka Gobalsky was the original placeholder name for which video game character?
Vodka Gobalsky.
I'll spell it for you. Vodka. And then
I might know this one
Gobalsky,
too.
Gobalsky.
I think I might know this
Then why
one
don't you
too.
let somebody else answer for
I'm not gonna. That's why I was putting it out there because I think I might know it, but I don't know for certain.
I'm gonna make an educated guess. Well, actually, okay, this might be wrong because now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was the opposite. Where Tomb Raider is what I'm going to say for Lara Croft because that sounds like something I go, I don't know, Vodka Gobalsky. Like it seems like she's a silly character with big.
Vodka Gobalsky.
I like to look at boobs. But if I remember, as I was saying that, I was remembering that I believe the character they wanted it to be like a pretty cool, like grounded character, and then maybe PlayStation or someone was like bigger boobs. Like someone in the corporate sphere added that on
Vocal
top.
minority.
So you thought that when they wanted it to be more grounded, that's when they named this woman Vodka Gobalsky?
Gobalsky.
Yeah.
Well, I had a moment where I thought, oh, Tomb Raider, and then I remembered my Charlemagne. I went back in my head and was like, oh, actually, I think I do know the history of this, and
Thought back
it
to
goes
his
against what I
training.
thought.
You
Yes,
made
exactly.
an Indiana Jones reference
Very
while
good.
recalling Tomb Raider.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome.
Okay. All right.
I remembered my Charlemagne.
I was going to say, I feel like this has got to be, what is it, like Zangief?
Zangief was vodka.
From Street Fighter?
Street Fighter. They are known for their name controversies.
Yeah, that's true. Aren't they all like, there's something like inherently wrong with every name?
So in Japan, M. Bison, aka the guy who looks like a dictator,
Mhm.
Raul
is-
Julia.
Raul Julia in the film, is Vega.
Yes. Is it Vega?
Because Balrog, the boxer, was M. Bison because he just was drawn to look like Mike Tyson. So they said, we're just going to change a couple things here. And they were like, oh, we're going to get sued. So they had to swap a bunch of names around. So then they swapped things around. Balrog was the claw guy, the Spanish claw guy.
Who's Vega?
Vega was M. Bison.
Okay.
And so then they all had to swap. They had to swap their names.
Vega was my favorite as a kid.
That was pretty cool.
I like that
But
character a
now
lot.
in the international fighting community, we just call him Claw.
Really?
Because
We?
Vega could climb on the
Yeah,
Yeah.
could climb on the fence.
It's a very cool character.
Yeah, still
I
a
also
cool
like
character.
their androgyny. I like the
Yeah,
fact that you couldn't really
beautiful.
tell.
And
Beautiful.
you could knock their claws off, and you could knock their mask.
their mask. Oh God, I love that.
Off. Yeah,
But I always played as Dalsim because then I could annoy my sister by reaching my arms
Yeah.
across the thing. Street Fighter is a really good guess. It has to be a Street Fighter character
I think
because
it's a really
also,
good
what
guess.
video game characters other than all the Street Fighter characters or Lara Croft had two names? Like I can't think of too many because it was all like Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda.
Problem is, not a lot of Street Fighter characters do have two names. I don't know the surname or first name of most of them.
Ken,
Ken Masters. I do know
Okay.
Ken Masters.
Ryu,
I don't know
Cryu.
Ryu's name.
Mario,
Guile, I don't know Guile's
Mario
name.
was not Punch Man.
Oh, a Jumpman?
Jumpman.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jump's
But
his first. Please,
Dalsim,
call me Jump.
Blanca was Jimmy, as we all know. For those of us who went to the Bell House New York show know that Blanca's real name is Jimmy.
Sure. Is it Jimmy Blanca?
No, I don't know where Blanca came from.
Okay.
But then Zangief, I don't know if Zangief
Is that
as
one
Zangief
name?
has a last name,
Vodka Zangief.
or if that's his first name.
Well, a lot of contenders for the piggy here
I
because
have
Oh.
my guess though,
Go ahead. Go
'cause
on.
I didn't actually guess.
go
you
ahead.
didn't.
Is it Punch Out? Is it Soda Popinski that they had to change from vodka?
Was Vodka Gobalsky?
Vodka Gobalsky.
But then they said, no, we can't have alcohol in the
Yeah.
name.
That's,
They changed-
Is that a real name from that game?
Soda Popinski?
That's fantastic.
hilarious.
If that's not the
Yeah.
right answer,
But
I'm
it's a
burning your
great- he
laptop.
That's a great
He
guess.
chugs the thing, and if this isn't it, we should look it up because I do think they did have to change his name.
That's a
But you
really
can tell me,
good
you can
guess.
tell me because I think he was Vodka Drinkinski, or he was like Vodka Drunkinski or something.
Wow. I feel like it has to be generic enough that we could all get it because Punch Out's not a game that I
Okay.
remember super well.
So Zach is correct. Piggy of the podcast.
Oh.
It was
Nice.
Zangief.
oh,
Great job!
What? To
Going,
what
going.
James's point,
I hate
Soda
that. I hate
Popinski
it.
was originally known as Vodka Drunkinski.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was. That's
so
yeah.
is Vodka Gobalsky a reference to Vodka Drunkinski?
I think it's because AJ and I were talking about this the other day. It was like maybe 15 years ago when people went, oh, wait, cultures aren't boiled down to one thing. Like as a society, we went, oh, wait, not everyone in France.
We were watching
Where's-
Austin Powers.
Right.
And it cut to England, went dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
and showed Big Ben. And
Everyone
we were like,
in England,
Yeah.
we drank tea and rode a double-decker bus. That was just how we
Yeah.
knew it until
Reduced
about
to the
2000,
stereotypes, yeah.
2005. And I think that was Russia. Russia is a character from Russia.
Yeah.
There
Russia.
goes
Drink
Russia.
vodka. You have
he
potato
he
until
drinks
you don't have
vodka, and that
potato.
is it. That's as
Yeah.
strong
what
as
was
I go.
the full name again? Vodka.
Well, there was Vodka Gobalsky, but then Vodka Drunkinski was from Punch Out.
God, those are great names.
That's
Wow.
cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Great question, Elise.
Great question,
Great
Elyse.
question, Elise.
I think
Yeah.
someone might be the
7.
piggy just because they came up with such a fun question.
Ah,
That's
no, let's
fun.
see how you feel about the next one.
Okay.
The Michelin Restaurant Guide and its stars were created by the Michelin Tire Company,
Oh.
that Michigan,
Mhm.
Michelin, in France in the early 1900s. Why did the tire company create the restaurant guide?
Well,
This is the first I'm hearing of this, by the way. I
you
thought
know-
for sure they were not
Yeah.
related.
No, you
No,
know when
they
you go
are.
to a restaurant, they got the
Yeah.
Michelin stars. That's the tire company.
I had no
Michelin
idea.
Tires, yeah.
They should use him on the because that sounds so
was
fancy.
going to be my answer. The answer is because secretly the tire man was a really good chef.
Oh,
Oh,
And he took a lot of pride in the cooking. I mean, being the spokesperson for a tire company was his, second
job.
career. He
Yeah.
didn't really want that, but he looked in the mirror once and said, I guess I made of tires. But what he wanted to do is he wanted to cook.
oh, that's
So
sweet.
that's why he appreciated it.
Did
Either
you
that or because they were trying to get people to drive a bunch.
That was what I was saying. Did you say what year it was?
I mean, early 1900s.
Early
Yeah.
1900s. Yeah. Well, so yeah, I was gonna say because like the Route 66, like, hey, we're in America. We're gonna rate all these restaurants so that this Michelin guide, because we sell tires and we want you to drive as much as humanly possible. We will give you this guide so you stop at all these different restaurants across the
An
U.S.
excuse to road trip.
Exactly.
Mm.
Which is a great idea. But now when I hear Michelin, I think of like fancy people. I don't think of like
Yeah.
Route 66.
Like, the Wendy's doesn't have a Michelin rating.
Do we know that?
It's not going to be.
One of them might. Maybe
Yeah.
there's one. Because I
One-
don't think you can Michelin apply. You have to go per restaurant.
Yeah.
Right?
Zach, I think it's up to you to infiltrate Michelin and become one of their reviewers.
Yeah.
Give everything 3 stars. 3 Michelin stars. Like the road trip answer is not a bad answer, but
What do you mean not bad?
Thank you,
It's a great
Zach.
answer.
Oh,
Funniest
Marie.
No,
answer,
but I
that's for
kind
sure.
of feel like it's something that's such a disparate thing that it was probably like like the person who made the tires was a bit of a foodie and was like, I want to get into this other thing, but what branding can we do? And then
Mm.
because I think it probably was somebody really rich that didn't want to pay for meals at first. And it was like, I'll give you my Michelin star of approval.
Well, if the tire guy likes us.
Like when we start taking the piggy of the podcast, but offering it to brands that
to
we just want.
restaurants.
Yeah.
You want to be the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Only piggies of the podcast wear Nike.
We should do a pig out of the podcast and see if we can get any restaurants to host.
That's true. We should. A sponsored spot.
This is actually becoming a very good idea.
I would agree. It's a restaurant where it's $100 a plate.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we host it. And
wait, we're making the food? I thought this was just going to be restaurants invite us to their place.
Inviting us
that's the one I
so
want.
that way they could be the piggy out of the podcast.
I see.
The only catch is we have to eat everything they serve us with our hands behind our backs.
That's funny. That's literally what I was picturing. But except I was imagining whoever the piggy is that day, everyone else is just standing as like an entourage watching and waiting on them.
They just have a bib on and we keep scooping food into their mouth.
Exactly. But the piggy just like face plants into the plate.
That'll be a piece of our merch eventually. You get a mystery trough.
Ooh.
For crap.
Yeah.
Is that like the dirt? And then if you send enough water through it, it might have a couple of gems in it.
Yeah.
This one's got pills in it. Oh, must be from Elyse.
That's my omeprazole. Take that for your acid reflux.
We give our dogs a omeprazole. Do you give a rating after you look up from the plate and you go 8 out of 8?
How many oinks? You give them 1 to 3 oinks.
Yeah. And then you just fucking run out of there.
Yeah.
In the early 1900s, cars were still new and a novelty, and the company wanted to encourage people to drive more because they wanted to sell tires. So the guide originally had practical information. It had maps, tire repair tips, the location of gas station, but then it started to include lists of hotels and restaurants. And then the restaurant section eventually became the most important part. So that's how the star rating came out of that.
It sounds like you started to say that it had less important information once it started rating restaurants. It used to have practical information. Now it just has these ratings.
The restaurants eclipsed everything else eventually.
Yeah, I would say that's far more valuable to me than
it's probably more related to the road tripping, more relevant to what they were trying to do, which is the tire related stuff. But then it shifted away and was like, no one cares about the tire stuff.
I mean, how about like gas stations?
Nah.
So initially it was like, here's where you could pump up your tires, and here's this $1,000 tasting menu you can go to. Or did it have
gas stations?
Did it have like diners initially, or when did it get so fancy?
I think it wasn't ritzy to begin with. It was like, here's a hotel. It's just if you're making a road trip, here are places you meet. But now, it's.
Imagine if you got one, like you got a Michelin star in like 1918, and you're like, if we had to try to get one now, we would have never gotten one.
Got to hold on.
But
to
we
that.
got it.
Well,
so.
you have to
No, but you put it on the wall. No one's going to ask questions.
Get it every year.
But you put it on the wall. No one's going to ask questions. You go, we got a Michelin star.
Because they have the year with the little thing that you
If
get.
I went into a place and I said, they got a Michelin star a couple years ago, I wouldn't be like, must be shitty now. I'd be like, okay.
But you're saying in like 1940.
Oh, I'm sorry. The year got scraped off. What's Michelin going to do? Come and rip it down off the walls? No, they're not checking.
Yeah.
They're not checking at all. This is like Green Book. I'd like to take the Michelin book and the Green Book and see how they are.
What is the Green Book?
I mean, based on the movie, the Green Book was something that people had in like segregated U.S. essentially pre-civil rights movement, where it was a list of places you could go to if you were black.
I feel like that would be that would be the only way to make Green Book worse, is if it was just you going and seeing, I can get in anywhere. This is great.
Well, you look at the Green Book and you go, not on the list, not on the list. None of these Michelin star places are on the list.
I'm going to level with you. I knew nothing about that movie and what the Green Book was.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I only know because I saw the movie. So if someone tells me that that's not.
So were there
correct.
Michelin stars in the Green Book too?
No, because people are racist.
How close is this to the Project Blue book where about the aliens? Were there any aliens in that book?
So you want to make one book that contains everything.
Yeah,
the
I say
Green
put
Book
the Michelin,
stuff, the Blue Book alien stuff, and the Michelin.
And I thought Kelly's Blue Book was like if your car still had value.
That's the Blue Book is for
And
cars.
we're
There's
gonna
2 blue
need
books in
the
there.
Necronomicon in there too.
Yeah, why
Right,
not?
we're going to
Just
put the
in case.
Nomicon in there.
Just don't accidentally read from that one when you're trying to read reviews. Otherwise, you're going to have a very different trip.
Who was the youngest performer to have hosted Saturday Night Live and the oldest performer to have hosted Saturday Night
I know
Live.
this. We all know this one. Sorry.
Do they?
I think so.
I don't
Youngest
think
performer
I do. If
to have
I had to
hosted.
guess who the youngest performer was, I don't think I'd be right.
Alfalfa?
Yeah, it was definitely Alfalfa.
Shortly before he was shot in that
We found
casino or
some
whatever.
dog. He was returning a
Did
dog.
you see the grave of Alfalfa?
No, but we saw some terrible.
His hair's still sticking out of it.
We recently watched the 1990. I watched it for the first time. The 1990s Little Rascals.
Okay.
Does it
Yeah,
hold up?
yeah.
Because I used to really like it.
Well, as somebody who's seeing it for the first time, I was like, this must have been a nightmare to direct.
Oh,
Mm.
like Goonies.
Oh yeah, but Alfalfa is a very Catholic misogynist
Yep.
who calls all of his daughters his, I think,
Wait,
daughters?
dishwashers.
The character or the actor?
The actor.
Oh, okay.
He's
I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
He took a vow of poverty, which is very that's a very noble way to say you're an unemployed actor.
Yeah, like I've taken a vow of poverty.
Yeah, I'm on one right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry, rewind. The one from the 90s, the actor
Yeah.
So
who's still around.
refers to all of his daughters as dishwashers, and when he had a son, he said, "I finally have an heir."
Did you do like a signing with him or something? And you were like, wow, what a great guy.
Oh, God. Not at all. Please don't put me in a room with him if he's
Wow, I
referring
didn't know.
to-
He's asked about you.
Although also the way you presented that was Alfalfa, the character.
That's what I thought.
refers to his
How
daughters.
am I supposed to know that actor's name?
It's not Alfalfa. Wow. We really went on a
It's
little
the
road
curse-
trip
It's
there.
the curse of alfalfa.
Your life becomes strange and weird.
And we know most Sizzlack.
The
Most
original-
Sizzlack was the original alfalfa.
Yeah, that's what was a good joke on The
So.
Simpsons. The
Oh,
original
yeah, I remember.
Alfalfa died a bad death, right? He was shot.
He returned a dog and wanted to get paid for a lost dog. And the guy was like, I'm not paying you nothing. And so he rushed the guy and the guy shot him. So it's the dumbest, one of the dumbest ways.
Was the
to
dog
die,
okay?
probably. I think the dog was returned and fine, but that's it.
All right, Zach, give us one of them, the youngest and the oldest.
I'm
Forgot
gonna
the question.
say,
Yes and no.
I'm going to say Macaulay Culkin, and I know the oldest, Betty White.
He likes old women. Zach's.
Oh.
Betty White. That makes
That's
sense.
the,
I
what's
was
a reverse cougar?
going to say Drew Barrymore for youngest.
Oh, it might be Drew Barrymore.
What's the reverse?
Did we discuss
A
this?
reverse
The
guy? The guy that likes older women.
Oh,
Oh.
I did watch a thing.
Are you like a church mouse or
What
something?
do they call that? Prey.
They call it age gap love. I watched a whole, it's funny, as I thought, a BBC thing called Age Gap Love, where it was young British men who really loved older
It's a
women.
May-December romance.
Is that what you
Yeah,
call
but I want
it?
to know what we would call the young
Yeah, what's
man.
the term? The
that's-
I think there
derogatory
was
term.
Zach
there was a
is.
cute little term. It was like these little sugar snaps or something. They had like a fun little name.
I think you're right with that, Drew Barrymore.
Is it? I was just trying to think of people who were talented and young.
Because she had
Hanson?
the way that
Famous.
she started.
The youngest Hanson member?
Zach Hanson.
Is it Zach was the youngest one?
I wonder how he knows that.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Because
There's not
my
too many
cousin
Zachs.
Corey was a huge Hanson fan.
Oh, Corey. I'd like to meet this Corey.
And so I know the word something bop, as we all do.
Nope.
So many relations in this life, but only one or two will last. You go through all the pain and strife, you turn your back and they're gone so fast. Oh yeah. And they're gone so fast.
All right.
So hold on to the ones that really care, because in the end, they'll be the only ones there.
We're going to get copyright struck
No, we won't.
for this sounding too
Not
good.
for- Not for him, Bop.
Drew Barrymore was 7 years old when she hosted in 1982.
Holy crap. She hosted at
What
7?
a talent.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Betty White was 88 years old in 2010. Macaulay, I think maybe was like the second youngest, but he was closer to like 11 or something. He was
Okay.
I was gonna say, he was older when
still, but
he
maybe
was.
he looked younger. Maybe he was
When
small.
he broke out.
you know?
He was promoting Good Son,
yeah,
probably.
probably the good son.
Wow.
Thanks for having me on. Remember, Good Son in theaters Friday.
Are we supposed to walk away from that movie with a preference of son?
Yeah, because one's good and one's bad.
That's subjective though, right?
I should call it Bad Son. I would rather see Bad Son than Good Son.
No, that's
Does
it's
the movie
misdirection.
with certainty say which is good and which is
Yeah,
bad?
because the end of the movie is they're both hanging off a cliff from the
Yeah,
mom,
and
and the mom
Macaulay-
throws away
yeah,
Macaulay
yeah.
Culkin because he's bad. She throws him off.
I don't
And he
agree.
goes, "Please, mom, I'm your son." And then she goes, You're bad.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to take the good son.
What couldn't she
Well-
bring both?
You can only choose the one. The way it's set up.
Hmm.
Yeah. She had to choose.
Feel that way how I feel about how in like AI when the
movie?
son that's in the coma
Oh.
comes back and then she abandons Haley Joel. I'm like, I would have kept Haley Joel, get rid of that other boy.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
Haley Joel Osment is a little creepy as a kid. He had those like scary face.
It's because he ate that spinach.
Yeah.
They saw him for what he truly
He was
was.
trying to eat the spinach, trying to be a real boy. Didn't work out.
What was going on in Hollywood's mind when they said, let's make Good Son? Who's that movie for? Because I felt like it was marketed to me, someone who liked Home Alone, and said, have you ever wanted to see the kid from Home Alone in a
And-
psychological thriller?
Yeah.
I also felt like it was marketed to me,
Yeah.
another boy who could not watch the film because it was like an R-rated Home Alone. But
It's
it's,
just-
like we want to see this kid as a little scamp, not as an evil demon boy.
Not shooting a dog and throwing a dummy onto the highway. I also
I didn't see this movie.
I can't,
So.
I don't know what the movie is really
okay?
about.
I don't think I've ever seen you this emotionally
I've thought
distraught.
about it. I've devoted a lot of mental energy to The Good Son, and I do not know what it is about.
If you were to remake The Good Son today with two current boys,
Name two current boys.
I would change it. I'd age it up a little bit, just a little
Hold
bit,
on, that's-
and I would cast Sydney Sweeney as both sons. Oscar bait.
Oscar, yeah, sounds great. I'm in. Anytime you cast anyone from Madam Web, I am in. What if the entire
All
cast
right,
of
so
Madam
there's
Web,
Dakota Johnson, and then
other people?
the others.
Who's the
from
guy
Madam
that's
Web.
dubbed over?
I don't know his
What
name.
if he's one of the sons?
He could be a dad.
Sure.
He
I'll
could be
take
a
it.
dad.
I say unknown boy.
You say find a boy. Problem. I bet the rules on how much you can abuse child actors are too stringent
couldn't
now. That
make
I
a
couldn't,
good son
you
now.
couldn't make a good son now.
They actually dropped him off a cliff, and he
You
had
couldn't
to do
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
I bet this was Macaulay Culkin's dad being the terrible,
Asshole that he
shitty
was.
dad
Oh,
that was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you got to take this Good Son movie. They're going to pay you a lot of money.
You're gonna get an Oscar for this. Finn Wolfhard probably could have done it.
25.
Yeah, he's like 36.
Probably could have done it.
Oh,
I said
okay.
I said current boy.
The thing, but I added the clarifier, so you can't come in and go, but he's
You
too
can't,
old.
but you can't. If I say current boy,
I gave you
can't.
Sydney Sweeney. We moved on from that
It's going to be
conversation.
an AI boy.
Hold on. How old is the alfalfa actor?
Yeah, which one?
Either one. They're of age, right? They still count as a current boy, despite their dishwashers. It's funny is like thinking culturally where we're at, where like I can't name a child actor right now. Can you? Like in the 90s, that was, I mean, also maybe because I was a
We
kid.
had Olsons.
We had the Olsons. We had Sydney
Raven
Sweeney.
Simone.
Raven Simone.
You know, we had all the kids from Kindergarten Cop.
We might have realized it was not great for them.
No, it's
Yeah.
terrible for them.
To take kids and make them the biggest thing. That's hopefully what we've
Oh,
learned.
I hope so.
The kid that played podcast in Ghostbusters.
Oh, he was
He was
great.
great.
Yeah.
He's probably a little old now for a good son.
Yeah, he's in his late 50s.
But he was if we had
Yeah.
made it then. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just think the movie itself, we don't know who it was for.
No.
We were in a weird place with thrillers
Yeah.
where it elicits an emotion. So let's make it.
There were a bunch of those weird thrillers, like The Crush with Alicia Silverstone. She's
Also
supposed
weird.
to be like 14.
You go, what would you do if you were a grown man and you moved next door to a 15-year-old that was obsessed with you? That poor man. That's basically the
Is that
premise
the whole
of the movie.
premise of the
Yes.
movie?
The premise of the
Yeah.
movie is that poor man.
Yeah,
It's like just stay away from her.
Yeah, the answer is nothing.
He
You
tries
don't do-
sometimes, kind of, and also leads her on in many
Oh,
ways.
no. I don't know anything about
What's he supposed to do? He's just a man.
Maybe
Oh,
just
no.
stay away from the high school.
But why were we making these movies?
No, and in Good
I
Son,
think cocaine. I
Right.
think cocaine is how we got
Yeah.
most of those movies.
in
We've
Good Son,
talked
it's
about
basically
this.
like the bad son's parents die or whatever, so he goes to live with the extended family, and they think he's great, but then the real boy, the biological boy,
Yeah.
he starts to see him like kill animals, and
This
he
is your
causes-
new?
I'm telling you, this is the plot.
No, you got it reversed. You got the plot of The Good Son reversed. Macaulay Culkin is the son. Isn't he the
true son?
He's the biological son.
The bio boy.
Then,
We'll call him the bio boy.
what's his name? Frodo.
Elijah Wood.
Frodo's mom
so
dies,
then the bio
and then
boy,
he goes to live
the new
with
boy
them.
starts seeing the bio boy doing all these evil things, and then the new boy tries to report him, but then no one believes the new boy.
Well, he doesn't know that it's necessarily bad at first, but then he starts to, he suspects it's bad, and then but this kid is such a good son that there's no way he could be doing these terrible things, and that's why at the end the mom has to choose between her own biological bad son or her non-biological good son, and she throws away the biological son.
If you've ever been inside a shopping mall, you might have experienced the Gruen transfer, also known as the Gruen Effect. What is it? So you go into a shopping mall.
Yeah.
There's something that happens, and it's the Gruen transfer, Gruen Effect. This was coined by a man named Victor Gruen.
God damn it. I knew it was going to be a Gruen. How did I know?
It's growing on me. It's when the doors open and the air conditioner kicks on and you get blasted by the wind.
Yeah,
I'm going to call that the Gruen Effect. I discovered this. Only me.
I blasted you.
Gruen came up with this. That's the Gruen Effect.
Gotcha.
I wrote it down first on Urban Dictionary. No one else.
Don't take this.
Yeah, what? How dare he? How dare the Gruen? Oh, there's a term. I must come up with it. Hey. Quick, what's my last name? I have an actual educated guess. I'm sorry. And it is the surreality. Is that a word? The surreal feeling you get when you go from a real environment, like a parking garage. What? I meant like from outside, but I realized most of these are coming from some sort of horrible environment, like a parking garage, into an artificial one where suddenly everything is like...
The plants are fake.
Exactly. The plants are fake. The lighting's weird. Everything is designed to intrigue and entice you. You go to this hyper overstimulating area. You walk into an area that is meant to stimulate you, as opposed to
stimulate you in what way?
To buy stuff and to eat things and to buy tires, to be a young scamp at the arcade, to live free.
Capitalism is our downfall.
Yeah.
I watched this video of the ball dropping in New York City, 2002 versus 2024. So it's like comparing both years. In 2002, it's so jubilant. It's so, everyone's just in the moment, pre-cell phones. It's incredible. But then 2004, it just feels so bland. When you look at the big screen where it's got like the clock countdown, the Kia logo is like 3 times the size of the actual time. It felt so depressing.
Well, wasn't Times Square way more dangerous in 2002?
Yeah,
that's why everyone was excited. Everyone was looking behind them constantly.
We survived.
Yeah, grabbing at their wallet to make sure it's still there. Yeah, that was just people on edge.
And also, there's part of me that's got to be happy that Kia can afford a big advertisement because, I never thought that they would have that type of money.
The little manufacturer that could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a Kia. I like Kias.
Yeah,
I like them.
I've owned.
You have experiences.
I have experience with Kias. Yeah. I find them to be little funny, rough and tumble little guys. I think they're pretty cute and affordable.
But you want a PT Cruiser? That's your dream car.
Do I?
He wants a Prowler. He wanted the Plymouth Prowler.
None of these things are true.
Wrong? For some reason, I thought you were like, man, I would love a PT Cruiser.
No,
that was my
not.
dad.
It's your dad.
Yeah, I always confuse us too. No, my dream car would just be the Jurassic Park Jeep. But one that I would not have to maintain because it has those 90s parts in it.
Oh, because it's a Jeep.
Because it's a Jeep, yeah.
Any other takers for Gruen Effect before I tell you the answer?
I'm going to say it's, off of what AJ said, I think it's very specifically going into a mall and just that feeling of, yeah, I could get a pretzel.
It's
exclusively that?
Yeah.
It's the Wetzel's pretzels smell.
Yeah, it's the Auntie Anne's, Wetzel's pretzels. Yeah, I need a little something.
I'm disappointed. Every time I buy a pretzel, I'm disappointed when I eat it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got to get some good pretzels.
Yeah, I would say Aunt Un's pretzels, unless they want to sponsor us. Never had a good experience. I mean, I've maybe had 2 in my life, but I'm always like, this is a slippery pretzel.
Well, we'll change our tune if the money comes.
But if the money comes, if the check clears.
Pre-ad coming in from them, I want to say it is good enough to walk by and have someone hand it to you on a toothpick.
Oh, if that's going to happen.
Plenty good enough for that.
And we'll
Yeah.
talk about that in the ad.
Yeah. We'll mention that.
You
in
put
the
a little
big time.
toothpick, cut that thing
Mhm.
up.
Fine
I'll eat
quality
it.
pine toothpicks whittled
Yeah.
down for the perfect pretzel experience.
Oh,
Yep.
is that Gruen? Is Gruen here himself? What's his name? Ed Gruen?
No, Victor Gruen.
Victor Gruen. I like Ed Gruen better.
Zach and AJ,
Huh.
you get it, I think. It's when you get into a shopping mall and you're surrounded by an intentionally confusing layout. So that way you lose track of your intentions. You might make impulse buys. And it's named after Austrian architect Victor Gruen, who he didn't like this. He disapproved of
Where
it.
am I?
Oh,
I'm
they got
so
him.
confused. Everything is like a maze to me. Help me. Is that what? I must come up with a name for this sensation. Where
Yeah.
am I? I'm in the bathroom. So it's a disorienting specific
it's
feeling.
to make everything just, catchy and have all these layouts where you go and you get kind of lost because you're like, wait, this side of the mall looks like this side of the mall and I don't know where I'm going and you can't find your way out and there's multiple checkout lanes and it's
Just like Victor had
like
issues.
Vegas where there's like no clocks.
That
So
I
it's
agree
just
with.
to
Like
keep-
a casino.
There should be a term for when someone despises something enough that they get named for it. Because it sounds like he hated this.
Yeah, he didn't
and
like
they
it.
said, well, too bad, we're naming it after you.
He was an architect with principles. He didn't like this manipulative
It's the last thing
technique.
he'd want.
I don't know.
But why
Oh, sorry.
would he want that associated with
He
him?
doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
But
He's the last person probably on earth that would want this. He hated it the most. And so we've decided to name it after him.
Is that like calling it like a Scrooge syndrome or something? Like when he's known for hating like a Grinch?
No, it could be, what is the name something you don't like, AJ?
Zach.
Okay, so in our society, Zach is beloved.
Yeah.
Anytime he goes anywhere, people go, "Hey, Zach, I love you,"
So-
and then we call that the LoCascio effect.
the LoCascio effect is my universal belovedness.
Yeah, when you
Wouldn't
come
it be
into
the
a
opposite?
room, everyone gets excited, but it's something that you
Oh.
despise. It's the last thing you'd want to be associated with.
Oh, but it sounds like in this case, the Gruen effect is I don't know, is it the negative effect you feel?
Yes.
Yeah, because like in 1978, Gruen publicly disavowed these shopping mall developments because they thought they had bastardized his initial ideas. He wanted malls to be
Oh.
these third spaces.
Oh, he made malls
He
that were ruined.
he developed early malls and he did put in some of these features of, modern consumerism, but then they got away from him and, but I don't know why they named it after him if he didn't like it.
So this mall got away from me.
Yeah. This term is as just
He's like, over in this mall, it's all coming together, and at some point, this is like Tim Robbins said, "It got away from me."
I'm picturing him like wandering the Winchester Mystery House of malls. Like this guy sounds like he's having like I've never been to a mall
Are
where
you saying that to a lesser extent, this guy had a little bit of like an Oppenheimer experience?
yes,
You think
yes.
so? I think to an identical extent. Yeah.
Really? Oppenheimer knew he was making a bomb, though. He knew
It's like,
he was making
I
a
thought I
bomb.
was gonna do something that would bring the world peace
Yeah,
by
blowing it up.
and never having. Well, I think he was, maybe a little too optimistic. Thought they wouldn't use it.
Remember when Oppenheimer was like, oh, shit.
He's like, wait, they used the thing that I made to blow up?
You
Hold
promised me that you weren't going to use it.
So this, I guess using Zach as an example it would have to be like your father, mother creating you, and then the echo of their hatred throughout the years.
Your mom doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Then that would be the mom Anner effect.
Your dad lied to you about the beach.
There you go.
A lot of this is becoming apparent.
So, but this is something we have to experience. Like we meet Zach and we go, woof, I'm disoriented by him. Therefore, I'm experiencing the mom Anner effect. Is that the proper use of the term?
Even though this analogy involves me, I feel like I'm even more confused than when it didn't.
That's the Gruen effect.
I tried to apply it. It didn't work. I don't really hate you, Zach. I actually love you so much that I had to do something to
hurts.
try
I
to
know.
subvert it because I don't want people to catch on to it.
It's like if the Willems effect is, I don't understand how The Good Son was made, so why am I watching it tonight?
And why are you making and why are you making a remake of it?
And why am I remaking it?
And with a almost
35-year-old Finn Wolfhard
yeah,
and a Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
and an eagle eye rededication to the original script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Sydney Sweeney doing boy makeup? Like, is she a boy in this?
I don't know. I wasn't really present for most of the shooting days.
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of let them do their thing. Let the AD do most of the work, second unit and all that.
Speaking of film production, director James Cameron was such a stickler when it came to his no phones on set rule during the filming of Avatar that if a cast or crew member's phone rang, he'd do what?
My first thought is he would hiss at them
Yeah.
like the Na'vi would.
Yeah.
Um,
And comes like surround them. Yeah. Put his arms out. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. That sounds about right. I think that we've answered it. He'd hiss at them. Maybe he'd climb up into the rafters and hiss from a distance as well, just to double
some
down.
Sort of cat-like hissing.
Yeah. Zach?
I'm gonna go on a deep sea adventure for 6 months.
Yeah.
He'd be like, that's
now,
it.
look what you made me do.
Yeah.
They'd run off of set
Yeah.
right into the submarine waiting outside.
It is also just generally not cool if you have your cell phone on when you're filming. Like,
You've used your cell phone several times
we're not
during
filming.
this.
I would say that that's video.
This is because we're on digital.
Hey,
I
We're on
hate to break
digital.
it to you. I
Also,
don't
the
think James-
cameras are cell phones.
Yeah, you're
We're
right.
all using our phones.
He's definitely not
Damn
filming
it.
on film. No, I mean, but like if you're on a set where there's I've got things to do. I got things to do. If I was recording Avatar right now, my cell phone would be so off. I wouldn't even own a cell phone. But are we recording Avatar?
You're the new spider.
Is that one of the, is that the son with the
little boy.
dreadlocks?
Yeah, they're good son.
Yeah. I want to be that guy. Doesn't he have to
Yeah.
wear a helmet because he
You're
can't
Spider.
breathe?
It's interesting because didn't they have to film all Spider's stuff because they wanted to make sure he was the right age for both these movies? So we're going to see this movie that's coming out this year, and we're going to see it. And Spider's going to not have aged a single day.
Yeah.
That's the same old Spider.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see it.
Why not? You got something against the Na'vi?
I don't think those movies are fun. And I feel like part of if you want a big spectacle, you gotta have some humor in there. You gotta have some characters you like. I don't like anyone in those.
Wow.
I hate to agree with Zach, but yeah. That's
guess-
how I feel. It's
I
like
guess
just
you
not
guys won't
having
be
any
cast.
fun.
What about when that whale was like, it's too painful?
Wait, what? That's the thing that
Yeah.
happened?
Remember the whale?
subtitled whale.
The
I
subtitle
remember
whale,
that.
it's too painful.
Well, you didn't tell me that was happening.
You didn't see the second Avatar movie. So
Well, if someone had said there's a whale that gets subtitled, I would have been like,
it might be the worst moment in the whole film.
or the
It's a
most
single
enticing.
shot, and it might be the worst moment in the. Or there's another point later on where another whale is like, "How you been?" I'm like, I don't think a whale would say, "How you been?" Are you kidding me?
Is that
Anyway.
whale trying to jump? Because in the last episode, we learned that
No.
the only mammal that can't jump is the elephant.
Actually,
Can a
they
giant
do jump.
whale
They
jump?
do jump in it.
Oh, okay.
What was his?
What did James Cameron do if he caught someone on their phone?
Oh
What
yeah,
did he
I already
do?
answered.
Shoot him in the back of the head like once. Just
Did he?
once.
Send him down into the lava a la Terminator.
Ooh.
He turned into his alter ego, Cammy Jim,
Cammy Jim.
which
Oh,
is
no.
like when Zach turns his hat around backwards. He becomes a whole different kind of guy. He becomes Cammy Jim.
Who was the evil Garth Brooks?
Oh, Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines,
He
yeah.
wasn't evil. He was different.
Was he different? I thought he was evil.
He was not aligned, I don't think, with the light side or the dark side.
I thought he was creating hateful music.
hateful.
Yeah, like Garth Brooks was very like, let's say like pro Bible, and then what was his name? Chris Gaines would be like, I love the devil though.
No.
I'm here now and I'm pro devil.
No,
that was not a thing.
No, as
No.
wonderful as the time of Chris Gaines was, it was not that. It
Oh.
was just
He was
basically
hot,
like
he was
more
sexy.
country music.
I thought this was
He was
more
like
good son,
He
bad
was like, I'm
son.
sexy.
Oh,
Yeah, but it was
right?
still, it was like you're like you listen to it, you're like, I guess that could be a Garth Brooks song.
yeah. I hear you typing. Are you Googling what's up with Chris Gaines?
These are some of the. I want to see the Chris Gaines track list. So his album was Garth Brooks in the Life of Chris Gaines.
He gave it away. He gave away the ghost.
Yeah.
From the start, right, from
right
the jump.
away.
It's weird because it was also titled Greatest Hits.
Hold
The
on.
implication being that in this lore of Chris Gaines, these are all Chris Gaines.
They're all great.
Greatest
Yeah, they're all
hits.
great.
Chris
Didn't Chris
Gaines
Gaines
wrote-
have a soul patch?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that the only difference?
He did.
Yeah.
That was like his Clark Kent glasses. He put on a soul patch
Causes
and they
face
go,
blindness.
Garth, where'd you go? I don't see Chris.
Lost in You was his big single, but then he also had songs like Snow in July, If It Don't Matter to the Sun, White
These could be-
Flag,
These could be country songs.
Digging for Gold.
These are all country songs.
He had another song called Maybe.
Maybe.
You writing a hit in there? Maybe. What would he do? I'm gonna say he would just smash the phone because that feels like the exact right amount of crazy, but yet also I'm a director that's so famous that I could do this. And we'd all go, well, you know, he did direct Titanic. He would just break it. That's it.
To Limp Bizkit's break stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a reverse question for Elyse. What film star somewhere in the early 2000s was contractually obligated to make a film, didn't want to do it, and had a person follow them around and give them little chocolates throughout filming as a way of supplicating them?
Marlon Brando?
No, it was in the early 2000s. Marlon Brando was probably a little too rickety at that point, right?
Can you give me a clue?
The clue would be it's something that I love. Probably one of my favorite films of all time.
So Cat in the Hat. It's got to be Cat in the Hat. It's got to be Mike
I asked
Myers.
Elyse.
Was it The Rocketeer? Is it someone in The Rocketeer?
Is it Cat in the Hat?
I asked
Is it Jennifer
Elyse.
Connelly?
You looked at me though.
Jennifer Connelly wouldn't do it?
Yeah,
So
she
they'd
had to give her little
chocolates?
chocolates. No, it's not Jennifer Connelly.
Wow.
He said it's his favorite movie. There's only one.
Indiana Jones?
Oh my God.
So Sean Connery, they had to
Well,
give him little chocolates?
We know that is also probably my favorite movie of all time. But think about it. They're at the peak. They are at the peak of their career. But they are locked into this contract with, I believe, Universal, where they're obligated to make one more film, and they don't want to do it. And so they make all these weird lists of demands, and one of them is someone has to follow them around, giving them little chocolates.
Meryl Streep, Death Becomes Her.
All right,
Death
James got
Becomes
it.
Her.
It was Cat in the Hat. It was Mike
Oh, it was
Myers and Cat in the Hat.
Well, that's
That's
not one of
my-
your favorite films.
Who says?
He said favorite film, and my brain.
When I said
immediately went
favorite
to Cat in
film,
the
I
Hat.
said it with a little bit of a stank. I thought it was noticeable to all, but apparently only James got a whiff of it.
I
What
got it.
question is it? Oh, he took the phones and he nailed them to the wall with a nail gun.
That's
Oh,
insane.
Nice.
That's so dramatic and beautiful, and I
Yeah.
love that to death.
Is he toxic?
Would you say that is toxic behavior? Because I think that
Zach?
qualifies.
I think.
Zach, I don't want to hear from either of you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Zach?
I think he's just so far up his own ass that it's not necessarily toxic, but I feel like he's the type of person that would. Well, I know for a fact that he has lectured women on feminism occasionally.
Nice.
Hmm.
But was he right?
Like I no.
Oh,
He-
dang it.
I think just the fact that he's dedicating all this time and money to Avatar, I consider him toxic.
Okay, now James and AJ, you may answer.
I was just gonna, yeah,
yeah,
he's definitely toxic. I was going to say, yeah, he's for sure toxic. I wasn't
were
even
gonna
going to
say
talk
that-
as much as Zach kind of clarified. I was just going to say, absolutely.
You were going to say that from the get-go.
From the get. If
You
you
weren't
had
gonna
gone
try
straight
to
to me,
defend him in
say,
some
let's do it
way?
again.
You weren't going to defend him because you love his movies?
No, ask me again.
Do you think James Cameron's toxic?
Absolutely. That's how it would have gone.
I think that if you bring your cell phone on set and he says, please don't have it ring, and then it rings, you're allowed to take a nail gun and put one of them through the phone.
Are you
That-
trying to?
Michael-
It started out as a Michael Caine.
Yeah.
It was
became
no one.
something
It
else.
was just
Which
Oh.
it was just the toxic Avenger, the guy who
I see.
You know,
is
you
the-
don't always have to do a voice.
no, I got
You don't have a. There's no reason for the voice.
No, it's because
Your voice is fine.
it's not as funny as this voice, probably, arguably.
But if
Maybe.
it's Michael Caine.
It's not supposed to be Michael Caine.
and James Cameron don't have a working relationship. There's no place for that.
Well, it's just a voice.
Do you
Just a
think
voice.
Michael Caine came out of retirement for Avatar 3? No, he came back for Chronicles of Riddick 2 or whatever. What did he come back? No, The Witcher. What did
The
he
Last
come?
Witch
Witch
Hunter?
The Last Witch Hunter 2.
Yeah.
Because Vin Diesel said, Michael.
Did Michael Caine retire though?
Did
he come out and say, I'm done?
It was supposed to be bestsellers was his last
Uh-huh.
with Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, okay.
I don't know enough about James Cameron as a human being to make that judgment. Would be my.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say that that's pretty toxic behavior to nail someone's phone to a wall. That's pretty weird. Is toxic the right word? It feels like more like bully, tyrant, like weird.
Tyrant, definitely.
Yeah, like I don't know the rest
There's
of it.
probably a certain amount of you understand whose set you're walking
Right.
onto when you
Yeah.
get involved with this production, but he's utilizing that power in unfair, non-normal, just
Like
ridiculous
John Milius,
ways.
you hear those stories of him like just pulling guns out
Yeah.
and like firing into
So
the air. and-
Probably,
yeah.
yes, he's toxic. I think, yes, that
I
follows.
couldn't
falls in the
imagine a
toxic
more
miasma.
boring set to be on than the like blue screens of Avatar.
Sounds serene to me.
no one invited you, so don't go.
He didn't,
All right.
didn't even meet with me. Wouldn't even audition me. Piece of shit.
So I don't even
Toxic
go.
piece
Who
of shit.
cares? He asked me, I'll go, and I'll turn my goddamn cell phone
And then
off.
also, I was just realizing what a terrible mistake it would be if they filmed all of Avatar on blue screens.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to see nothing.
No.
Last question, joke answers only.
Okay.
In 1985, the first domain name was registered. What was it?
Oh. Joke answers only, huh? I mean, honestly, any answer I have is going to be a joke
you don't
because
know.
first internet, God, is it something? Well,
Pets.com.
You think they grabbed it up?
They grabbed it. They said this is going to be good forever.
Heavypets.com.
Heavypets.com.
But
was
it's
the
just
second
fat
one.
cats.
Oh.
They're just chunky boys. Not heavy petting like
I
maybe
see.
it would lead you to
Yeah, you were
believe.
thinking like
well, this is like, what was it? The coffee maker was like the first thing that was streamed. Is it something? Are we still in the innocent stage where it's not like, well, what's the internet going to be used for? I hope it's not used for basically sex like the entire time. So it could predate the realization that this was going to be used as a
joke answers
Yeah.
only.
It's
rampant tool.
Snuff.com, but it's Snuffleupagus.
Oh,
But he's being killed on camera.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Is it sex.com? I'm going to go with sex.com. I'm trying to think of the most, like, what would drive the most traffic. Although I feel like we had.
XXX.com.
Oh, had that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Had Vin Diesel portrayed the character at that point of Triple
No,
X?
I don't know.
or-
I mean, some
I just
say he
jumped
was
on the
always
domain.
portraying that character, except
What?
when he wasn't, and it
Hmm.
was Ice Cube.
Yeah, didn't he die? He died in the beginning of the Ice Cube one?
Yeah, but that's why they called his return the return of Xander Cage.
Hold on. Wait. Ice Cube also played?
Yes.
Triple
Well, we're talking about Triple X, the
Oh my
first
God.
one, of course, everyone knows. And then the second one, Triple X State of the Union, when Ice Cube took over. And then when Vin Diesel returned in Triple X 3, the return of Xander Cage, that's why they called it that, because they thought he died.
He's not going to sleep tonight. He's so worked up.
Yeah. God.
This is like the good son all over again.
Which am I? I'm both.
What?
Both sons are inside me.
Oh, I don't like that.
Inside me, there are two wolves. Both
Yeah.
boys from the good
It's
son.
Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Constantly at war. Zach, do you have an answer? That's actually a really tough tough question in general, because it could be so many silly things like
Yeah.
website.com, which is
Zach?
actually not a bad answer.
Yeah. What if it was www.com?
Oh, here's Zach's answer.
Go ahead, Zach.
I'm going to go with
It's better be good.
Better be good.
It's better
Zach.
be good. You're already laughing at it, Zach. And it's the
I'm
last
gonna
question of the
send
show.
No.
Do you need to turn your hat backwards
No.
before you say it?
Oh, hold
Just
on.
thinking cap.
Andy Zacher.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to go with ChatGPT.com.
Oh, no, it was there all
They
along.
locked it in.
Okay.
It was symbolics.com.
What?
Which was a privately held American computer software maker that acquired the assets of the blah, 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 blah.
There was
You know,
no
just-
chance of us getting that.
No,
No,
that's
that's why she
She
said
said joke answers only.
so symbolic.
You got tricked by answerforit.com.
Whoa.
We actually don't have that domain.
Please,
Yeah, please don't take it yet.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, we gotta get that.
You got to grab it.
Well, now we got to grab it before this episode comes
It
out.
may already be taken. But yeah, this is a podcast. We do new episodes every Tuesday. We do trivia like this and comedy, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you for subscribing and listening.
I like that you just told them it's a podcast.
Yeah, could you imagine
Someone
if
going,
they didn't
"It
know what
is."
it was?
Voice make talk to friend, make funny.
We're also slowly being boiled alive over
Yeah,
here.
we're cooking
so,
over here
Yeah, you
in
guys
the
are
sun.
fine, but me and
I
Elyse are
noticed.
being cooked to death.
It's really nice over here.
Really
Sure it is.
I could really use a hat to shade myself from the sun.
Nah, you're good. He's
could-
good.
He's not even
his
using the
too.
brim.
He's using it for other
I'm
purposes.
using it to be cool.
Yeah, he's even more cool
I'm
than
a cool guy.
Well, I could smell my own skin cooking
Who was the
over
piggy
here.
this week?
Great question.
Did you write it down?
Let's just say Zach.
Oh.
All right, Zach's piggy.
Yeah, you came up with symbolicis.com. That
You
was
nailed
the
it.
one.
You nailed it.
What was it?
Symbolics.com.
Symbolics.com.
I don't know what it is
You think
now.
it still exists?
Yeah.
Can we get it?
Can we get it? Can we get the first
domain name on the internet.
Oh my goodness, if we had the first domain name on the internet.
Maybe it's up.
We'd be rich. We'd be so old. We just take down the cobwebs, but it's still, the bones are good.
Under construction. And we get it. And then the first thing, under construction.
Symbolics.com will return.
Under new management.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm looking up symbolics.com.
Let's see how much it would cost.
We'll find out. Anyway, thank you so much.
Symbolics.net.
Oh, thanks for listening. Tell a friend if you enjoyed the podcast. Leave a review if you enjoyed the podcast. If you want to see some of this podcast, not full episodes, but clips and such, make sure to subscribe on YouTube and Instagram and anything else that I'm forgetting.
Follow
Elyse?
us on symbolics.com.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. I just want you to know I pulled up symbolics.com.
Whoa.
It's beautiful. And it is dedicated to being the first website. It's really cool. It looks like a retro.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It has a daily challenge and a fact of the day that Napster launched.
This is really cool.
Daily
First website,
quiz?
1991. First domain, 1985.
Oh.
First email. This is okay. Hold on.
Owen Wilson. All right. Anyway,
Wow.
we're going to be on symbolics.com. Maybe they'll mention us someday. Thanks for watching, listening. We'll see you. Bye.
Thank you, Elyse, for the great questions. Goodbye.
Bye.
Answer For It is an Airwave Media podcast.